Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today's a flip through of this finished journal. Now I'm just calling this my vintage journal because I don't have an actual theme, but everything in it that I put in here was pretty much vintage. So this little dangle on the front came from Second Chance Creation. I bought that off her Etsy shop. Try and have a link below for her. I put a beautiful tassel on it that I found at the op shop. All these buckles were found at the op shop, and the laces, all the book pages in here. There's not much that isn't vintage. I think the only thing was a couple of my doily printouts, but the doilies themselves were bought from the op shop. So this is a true op shop creation, this book. Everything pretty much came from there. Alright, so when you see this video, it will be available in my Etsy store, and I'll have all the links below for that if you want to pop over and check it out. The dimensions of this journal are 6.5 inches by 9 inches, and it's got a 2 1/4 inch spine. The spine, I've just left it really plain because I wanted to showcase just that beautiful lace. So it's like that on the back, and the spine and the front, and I've actually put a hidden spine inside here so you didn't see the strings on the outside. Alright, so I think that's all the it's got 188 pages, and that's just counting each page. So if you're counting front and back, it's lots more, and there's plenty of space in here to write. Alright, so let's get started. The closure is a piece of fabric, and I'll put the link up here to how I made the cover if you're interested. Alright, so let's get looking inside. Now I had one lady, when I put the inside in, she said, "Oh no, you shouldn't have cut all this hairy stuff off the top and bottom." Well, it was going to hang over probably that much on each, and I didn't really want that look. So I used the hairy stuff up on the edges of the pages that I cut off the top and the bottom. So I've got no lace on the edges, just some of this fluffy stuff that came off the end of this doily. So the doily was found at the op shop. All these, each signature is covered with wallpaper, vintage wallpaper that was found at the op shop too. And here's the hidden spine. So I've attached all the signatures to that and then glued that in. There's this beautiful doily, very fine doily, and I've just got some of my old photos. This is a coffee filter, and I've just made it into a little journal card, folded in half. And these are some of the old photos I got off Marketplace. So I've included quite a few old photos in this book, and I thought I'll, just use them. So I love the doily that I chose in there. I think it looks beautiful. And like I said, each signature there's 3 signatures in here, and they are lined, like I said, with this. It's almost like, feels like plastic. It's really weird, but it's a beautiful print. Alright, so we'll get looking at that. Some of my tea-dyed paper. Now all the pictures in here came from old books on Australian advertising, or vintage Australia, or vintage products and things like that. I think the books were called Australian the Good Old Days, the Best of Sears Collectibles, and Symbols of Australia. They were mainly the books that I took the pictures out of. And you would have seen that in another video. I'll put a link up here that I was doing for BB Craft, and I was altering these sequins, trying to make them look aged, and I love how they came up. So they look like they've been around for a while. So in these pockets I've just got some more photos, little symbols that I got out of those books, and they're all little like journal cards. You can use them as journal cards. And there was another book I took pictures from as well. to make into journal cards, but they're all vintage books. So I've used my stamps in here, some stamps to put lines on the paper, beautiful advertising there. That was given to me from Tanya, I think. And see, I've just used my line stamp, some of my stamps from stencils, from BB Craft, and some old advertising pictures just to dress up some of the pages. There's book page, there's map paper, there's this crinkly baking, I think it was an air dryer baking sheet, and then through here I'm showcasing these lady stencils. So there'll be a lot of pages with these stencils on it and the writing lines for writing space. Then I've got some of my tea-dyed paper, old book pages. This is an old music book, ledger paper, what do you call that, manuscript paper. And see, here's some of that, the book from the good old days. It's just like advertising different things. Tea-dyed paper. This was a new piece of paper. This was wrapping paper I used for Christmas, but isn't it beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. So I've put lines on the back of that too, and some advertising. Here's some old airmail writing pad paper, and other little writing pads, tea-dyed paper. See, there's plenty of space to write in here. There's that old book, and there's some of my doily printouts. If you want to see them, you can go below into my Etsy store, and they are a very cheap price, and you can print out your own pages for journals. Here's some more of this baking sort of paper that I got from Temu. They were the new things in there, the bits of baking stuff, but not much. Everything else is vintage in here. And even these doilies, I got them from a shop, and they were all they're all a bit discoloured. So we've got some more of that Sears catalogue, tea-dyed paper, some of my doily printouts. They look nice, don't they, when you cut out the edges? And then I just decorate the back like that. Here's a big journal card that I didn't want to put on a whole page, so I've just turned it into a journal card, and it's advertising old shoes. And there's some more of that fluffy doily on the edge of that. Here's a pocket that I made, and it's got two little different pockets like this, and it's just got old photos, old advertising, all sorts of just old, just that vintage look. Some more old photos. Yeah. So I was pleased to, oops, that's a bit tight. I was pleased to use up some of these old photos in this make, because they look good in there, and you can write on the backs of them, use them as journal cards. So more of that beautiful print paper. Here's those ladies again, and yeah, I've just turned them into a nice journal space. You can write all over the top of that, and the middle of each signature has a nature picture from a vintage nature book, with a little glassine little pocket here with just little bits and pieces in it. And the signatures are put together with this really fine cotton tape. Yeah, so it's just something different. Oh, some more pages that I've stamped on. Get to the next page. That's so oodles of space in here. I've got pockets and stuff in here and decorated it, but only lightly, so that I like the recipient to add a bit of their own decoration. So we've got more little pocket in here, and we've got other journal cards in here, all old-fashioned looking, from old books, and nice old photograph. And that's just a pocket that I've used with some of the lace from the front of the cover. So I thought the pockets in here aligned with those corresponding laces that I used in the front. So more, yeah, that was the back of a printed doily. tea-dyed paper, Sears catalogue, doily. This little spaces where I've got to it with the stencil. Old book pages. This one is an envelope that I made from an old book page, and it's got a pocket in the back of it, so it's, you know, you can put, this is on a, got a big journal card in the back. I don't know whether I can fit it that way or that way. It'll fit either way. Here we go. And then on the inside in the pocket you can store things. I've got a big old photograph in here. You can use that as a journal card. That comes straight out of an old box of big box of photographs that I got off Marketplace. And then you've got some old book page, and then there's that airmail page. That beautiful wrapping paper. I just want to give it the hints that it's, you know, Australian. And we got some tea-dyed paper, some more of that catalogue, the manuscript, and the ledger paper, the music paper, that old book. I can't remember what that old book's called. It's up where I can't reach it at the moment. Tea-dyed paper, more writing paper. I love this crinkly cooking paper, and some old map page. This came out of a really old map book. I think it was the 50s. And writing paper, and some more of these ladies with little advertising little things up there. And that's the other side of this beautiful printout that Tanya gave me. Now, what else we got? Writing paper. Here's just a little side tuck here. And I've just used some of those advertising papers to make little tucks and pockets. And there's a journal card and a photograph. A lot of these photographs came from New Zealand, so goodness knows where that's from. That doesn't look like New Zealand. It came from a dance company, and some of their pictures too were where they went to do their dance and everything, so it's probably overseas, that one. Tea-dyed paper, and that's the end of the first signature. Alright, second signature starts with the same sort of wallpaper, which is absolutely stunning. And then we've got my tea-dyed paper with stamps, Sears catalogue, some of my printouts with this edge stuff on it, and then I've just used some of that advertising there with my stamps. More writing paper, oodles of writing paper, map page, some more of this crinkly baking paper, and I think this was really light grid paper. You could hardly see the grid on it. It was really old. I got it from an op shop. Okay, old book page, and here's a little side tuck with just old pictures from vintage books, some more photographs, and just little advertising bits. And the next pocket is a lace that I used on the front here, and it's got the same sort of thing, just old advertising pictures, and a big old photograph here of somebody's house. Old advertising, there's a bookmark, and there's just another one of those coffee filters that I've used as a journal card as well. Wrapping paper. I put a bit of that wrapping paper in here, I liked that. Ledger paper, and some of that. I think they put chips on these, you know, like in a little basket. Yeah, but I like the tinkly sound of it. More of that lady. I love those stencils. the music page manuscript. Here's another side tuck here with old advertising as journal cards and an old photograph of some scenery. And here's one of my mixed media pictures that I did featuring this lady stencil, and I did this for BB Craft, and I'll have that video up on the screen. And I also put on some of these sequins that I aged as well. That's coming off. Let me see if I can glue that back down. It's good to go through things and check them. Come on. So I just use that as a little necklace, and I just hope that doesn't stick to that next page, that's all. Yeah, I really had fun doing that mixed media. I must do some more. I've been really struggling with my mojo actually, because I've been recently diagnosed with osteoporosis in my hip, which isn't fun. So I have to go to the dentist and get all my teeth fixed before I can get treated for it. So it's a bit depressing. I'm trying to just get on with life, and been doing a lot in the pool, which is good, so hopefully that's good for it and make some lifestyle changes. Yeah, just need to feel a bit encouraged. There's just been so many things go wrong last year, things that I haven't even really told you. So anyway, we keep going. All right, there's doilies there, this beautiful advertising paper, and some of my printout doilies, tea-dyed paper, other paper, that old book. I can't think of that old book. It's an Australian one, but I'm not sure what it was called. Another one of these envelopes that I made, and there's a photograph in there as well. Can I get it out? It's a beautiful old photograph of a house. So you can use that as a journal card. And right on the back, we'll put something else in the envelope. Whatever you want to do. Come on. How did I even get it in there? It's a bit tight. It's a bit big, actually. Alright, and there is a picture behind here, because there's a pocket behind there as well. There's some ladies' blouses advertising. It's a journal card. And then, that's on tea-dyed paper. Then we've got, from the good old days, just advertising paper. I love all that old advertising paper. Books. Australian, that was from a book called Symbols of Australia, and it had all vintage symbols, that they used in the past for advertising, which is pretty cool. Book page, wrapping paper, and the airmail page. This was come out of a vintage nature book, like the first signature. There's one in each middle, and it's got another little pocket, glassine pocket in there. And then we go back the other way with the same sort of papers, airmail paper, wrapping paper, book paper, and the old advertising, my tea-dyed papers, and the old advertising books there with some of this doily stuck to it. I wanted to use that in there, so it sort of all tied it all in together. Lots of pages to write on. Lots of pages. More of these this style where I use my stamp. I love using this stamp here. It's my go-to to put lines in. And then this script stamp is my go-to as well, to just stamp over things like that. And I leave them on the plastic and they're just easy to handle. Some of my doily print out. Some of this old advertising and the doily, and this is the other side of that mixed media. Isn't it beautiful? It's got lots of detail on it, lots of things to look at. I love the sparkle here of the mica powders and the old sequins. These look really cool. Right, what do we got here? Oh, the other side of that is a tuck spot with an old advertising page in it. Manuscript music paper. Some more of that stencil. So she's featured throughout here. So the middle signature has got the two mixed media pages, and then the rest of this junk journal has got it featured in this lighter way where you can write over the top of it. Some more of that takeout paper. Lots of pages to write on. Like I said, another pocket here with some of this lace that was on the front with just different advertising, old-fashioned advertising. And an old photo. And then we've got, what else? Book page, writing paper, some of this baking paper, map page, writing paper, a couple of pieces there. Little side tuck here with old advertising that I've made into journal cards. This was an old photo from that dance, or I think not a dance company, it was like a like an acting company or something like that it was, because there was a lot of these photos where they were dressed up in it. So you can use that as old. See, it's got info on the back here. Yeah. So you can use them for journal pages, journal cards, sorry. Well, doilies, book pages, tea dye, and that's the end of the second signature, sorry. So we start again with this beautiful wallpaper on the third signature. There's a side tuck here with old advertising turned into journal cards, old photos. That's another photo of them doing a play or some sort of some sort of thing. Here we got my old doilies, tea dye paper, crinkly paper, the stencil of the lady. I love her featured through here. And book page, wrapping paper, old advertising book. And some more writing paper, map page, manuscript, doily paper. I love cutting the edges like this and then decorating the backs like that. Tea dye paper, old advertising paper. Here's another pocket here. Old photograph. I don't know what they're doing, something in the bush. And then we've got old advertising. This looks like a big old tickets or some sort of thing for cat show. This advertising. I should put some of that around that. That'll look better. That looks better. So they just all go in some little neck pockets. Some of the stuff I use in the front. Music paper, doily paper, some more writing paper, more book page, Beautiful tea dyed stuff. I need to do some more of that while it's still hot. Advertising book. More pages. That's beautiful too. And that's another one of what Tanya gave me. So I put some writing lines on the back. We've got more of this lovely crinkly stuff. Old book pages, writing pages, and airmail paper. And that's the last, oh sorry, my nose is itchy. That's the last signature middle. And it's another one of those vintage nature books, just with a little pocket and some things in it. And we've got all these other pages in the back. Crinkle, crinkle. Beautiful it is, and I'm really happy how it's come up. It's meant to all look really old and vintage. Just you know, with bits and pieces in it. Another one of those ladies. And here's a some more advertising. I made a bookmark with some old fabric. And then there's more advertising bits and pieces. And paper, advertising, tea-dyed paper. Oh, that's got some more tickets in there, and another old photo in there. That's of one of their plays. They're dressed up as Japanese people in that one. And then we've got my doily paper, manuscript, map, writing paper. All this old writing paper is vintage too. Where I get it at an op shop not far from here, they always have it, and it's always discoloured, so I always grab one when I'm there. I like these pages because they just give a pop of colour through this brown sort of book. It's a lot of brown in here. And more of this chippy paper. And then it's the other side of my doily. And then the back page has got a pocket with advertising. Ooh, I just dropped the photo. And it's got some old advertising here. There's journal cards. And an old photograph of the scenery there and there. And then we've got the back page, and you can see here you can just see the spine of that hidden spine there, where it hides all my strings. And that is my journal, my vintage journal. So I hope you enjoyed that look through. It will be available when you see this video. It will be available in my Etsy store, and all the links will be below for that, so you can pop over there and look at all the information over there. And I hope you've enjoyed that look through. If you're new here, this is a flip through of my vintage journal that I've just finished, and I hope you I hope you like it and can share, subscribe and share and like and all that sort of stuff to my channel. Press that bell button to get notifications, and I'll be on here soon for another video. I don't know what of, but I did a lot of this off camera. I just needed to unwind and do, you know, some off camera stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely have the link to how I did this cover up there, and I hope you've enjoyed that look through. Alright, I'll see you soon. Bye.